care
You
what y'all
already
find
look
me.
like this. Clear. S X Y. It's like, come on, Blake. Come on, Blake.
That's one of them
I
ones.
got, bro. Come on now. And today we got Finding Nemo with Science because ruining Finding Nemo with Science because I can. This is by Casual Geographic, the most nonchalant animal dude on the internet. You already know the vibes. One curse. Nope. That's my channel. Be sure to check out my stuff.
Not yo-yo.
Sure to check out Stanley's stuff.
Stand alive.
And like,
How much push-ups do you think you could do in a minute?
nah, like 55.
55?
I give myself a room.
That was
for
a
error.
question on Streamer University, and I did push-ups in a minute. I got 55.
Oh! 56.
Time Disney made a kids movie where a man's wife and children get violently ripped off the census and his only remaining son is left physically disabled, only for that same son to get kidnapped by a trafficker, and now the father has to travel hundreds of miles across predator populated hoods with only the help of a severely mentally handicapped woman.
Great movie.
That's like a Tuesday in Detroit.
That's like a Tuesday in Manchester.
That's like a Tuesday in Baltimore.
Yeah, Finding Nemo is crazy. I'm gonna destroy your favorite movie with science, and here's a challenge. Take a shot, or a hit, because 420. Every time a main character should have become a
Huh?
I really feel like I'm in class like a snack.
Yeah,
like a
no
video.
cap, no cap, no cap.
chalk outline. Your grandkids will be in AA at the end. So it starts with a barracuda clapping virtually Nemo's entire bloodline, and here's where we get our first problem. Barracuda don't eat clownfish or their eggs, but you know who do? Clownfish themselves.
Oh, do you know about clownfish? Do you know about clownfish? Yo, they're like wild. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, apparently.
You think the funniest fish is dead of clownfish? Like, in the world where fish could tell jokes, is either the clownfish puffer?
a puffer.
I feel like a puffer used it for math.
'cause,
Like, boy, you look like
stomach
a... Like, yeah, I'm saying? Like, boy, you
tight.
built like a...
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
Clownfish low-key might got it because their gay jokes would be out of this world because the way clownfish work is like there's like a school of clownfish, right? The most dominant male will turn into a female and mate with the second most dominant male. So they be like changing genders to like give birth and stuff like that. So I say something, right? I say like, yo, that nigga hair look good. And you like, hey, yo. And I'm like, what you mean, hey, yo? And I turn into a girl. That's like, that'll be a funny ass joke.
Insane.
Yeah, no, they do that. Isn't that crazy?
So you would be able to be a bad bit right now.
And I would be able to commit to the bit. I'd actually be able to become a bad bitch.
Now, on some man shit.
That's a fire joke.
On some man shit. You a clownfish, I'm a clownfish. You could...
Clownfish have been known to spawn, kill, and eat their own eggs, so Nemo's mother would have been infinitely more of a threat to him than any barracuda could have been. Now, to be fair, if you ask the clownfish how they like their eggs, they'd probably say unfertilized, because those and damaged ones are the ones they'd usually eat, i.e. the ones that wouldn't make it anyway. But that goes against my narrative, so I'm gonna disregard it. The other elephant to address is how clownfish breed.
Yes, okay, he does talk about it. Okay,
You got
okay.
a little too excited.
No.
You got a little too excited
Bro,
for that. That's a little...
The thing is, you got to give me a pass because you know this about me. I rock with animal fun facts, bro. That is dead my body. That's genuinely my body, bro.
Clownfish are sequential hermaphrodites, where every clown
I ain't know that. I
Come on
can't
now. Come on now.
CLOWNFISH.
clownfish is born a male, and the biggest, most him male will transition into a female when the opportunity arises. Such an opportunity would be if a hypothetical barracuda took the alpha female on a dinner date with Batman's parents. That
That's a crazy.
void would get filled by the biggest male clownfish in the area, and his spot would get filled by the second biggest male, and the two would proceed to mate with each other. And since the only clownfish
Hey, yo, no.
I want y'all to know, Yo-Yo's wiggling his toes underneath the table right now. I just feel like they need to know. I know y'all can't see it. I just feel like y'all gotta understand what's going on. Yo-Yo has been wiggling his toes for the last 4 minutes. Non-stop, passionately. It's like I can see it with my peripheral, and I had to tell somebody.
I
Shit.
can't believe you just did that.
No, you enjoying yourself. Like I'm not gonna lie. It's like the equivalent of wagging a
I can't believe you just did that, bro. That was such a violation, bro. That was Now I'm saying crisscross applesauce.
No, bro, you can wiggle.
I was,
Ain't nothing
bro.
wrong with
I had
it.
my hands like this. I was so happy.
It's like wagging your tail.
Like, shut up.
You're ready to wag a little bit.
I can't believe you just called that out, bro.
It's just like, it was like moving and it got my eye. It was like this. Like, look forward.
I'm not looking.
Look.
I can't believe you just did
That's
that,
it. It was literally chat, like watching something, and then you see this in the background. Like, you see this.
bro. I was so chilling. Bro.
Fish we see in the entire movie are father and son. I'll let you fill in those dots. Clownfish
Tom Brady. My fault.
aren't the only fish that switch teams. The Asian sheep's head wrasse does the same, but in reverse. They go from female to male. Although with a face for radio, you will not see them on a movie poster. If Nemo and Marlin having the worst form of family therapy wasn't bad enough, there's a good chance Nemo wasn't ever even alive. What if I told you Nemo means no one in Latin? Which means the movie title makes it theory.
They gonna say he has like schizophrenia. He went from a clownfish to Joker. No cap.
Oh,
That Marlin
tired. That was.
and married Itachi suddenly gained legs. He also could have been named after Captain Nemo from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. But that goes against my narrative, so I'm gonna disregard it. It's easy for facts
That's so
to get
real.
lost in favor of a better story, and if you don't know where to look, you'd have no way of knowing. Like, you may have heard that the administration started putting tariffs on penguins. Now, personally, I think it's been time those business chickens ponied up. They've had it too good for too long. And I remember as a kid, I was not sure what Pearl was.
Appreciate you.
Well, she's a young flapjack octopus. They're remarkably adorable in real life. Problem is, if this were real life, she'd be a lot less cute. The flapjack can be found
Dang.
in depths as far down as
Nah, that's bad.
1,500 meters, or 100 meters short of a mile, or about 3.5 Empire State Buildings. And since this pink propeller hat can withstand crushing pressure, if she existed where Nemo could see her, she would be turned into disfigured mush. Think about how getting pulled out of their habitat turns a normal-looking blobfish into a deflated, misshapen whale fetus.
Oh yeah, that thing.
That's a whole course that got.
Happens?
Yes, because the pressure, like they're used to the pressure. Same way, like you put us under there, like we're gonna like, because we don't have things like going outside. You're dying to the pressure of the fucking ocean, Stanley. You're not withstanding the pressure of the deep sea. You're not. Thousands of
I feel like people have done it before.
no, literally Watergate. Watergate, is that what it's called? The submarine that got crushed. You're not. A submarine got crushed. You're gonna be fine.
I feel like that's metal though. I could bend metal right now.
No, I'm good.
Check me out.
No, I'm good.
Pearl being where the sun shines would reduce her to flamingo vomit. Also, at one point, Pearl
This is adorable.
says this about her arm.
It's actually shorter than all my other tentacles.
Well, octopus usually have one shorter arm called the hectocotylus, and its job is to deliver baby batter directly to the female, and in some species, it detaches for the female to swim off with like a Costco coitus card. In fact, the bedroom arm might have a mind of its own, since it can swim to the female, and it's believed it can even sense danger. So two things, Pearl's not a girl, and that is an indecency charge. And that's not the last.
Oh, this is gonna be the
That
type
is-
of video
that
that's
is
gonna
crazy.
be. That is insane, actually.
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't even. But like Nemo could
I don't-
also not be a guy.
As the writers, how do you make that type of mistake? Because I feel like they do try to write her as a girl, Nemo as a guy, no?
Yeah.
So how do you make that mistake as a writer? Like,
Maybe
they're
they-
making $1 million movie.
You know what's crazy? They could have did it as a joke if they actually knew the context, because it is kind of ironic.
But here's the thing, right? Jokes are meant to be understood. So to make a joke that deep,
Deep.
come on now. See? But that's the point. See, you didn't catch it.
Oh shit. Ocean.
Ah!
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Last time we go down that road either. Now we're gonna ignore the fact that flapjacks don't actually have a hectocotylus because that goes against my name. So after Nemo sees his first pink slip, we then meet Mr. Ray. Not to be confused with the op of the Irwins, because Steve wouldn't even want that. But also because Mr. Ray is a manta ray, non-venomous and completely harmless. Now I don't know if they did this on purpose, but they chose arguably the smartest fish in the ocean to be their teacher.
Huh? Oh, whoops.
Manta rays are considered the most intelligent, with the largest brain-to-body ratio of any fish. The overachieving aquatic placemat is apparently capable of problem-solving and advanced communication. They're also self-aware, with more than one occasion of a manta ray checking itself out in a mirror, and they were even caught waving and blowing bubbles at their own reflection. And just for reference, that's not how
How come you never let me lean on your shoulder?
Bro, I'm 24 years old.
they'd react to another manta. Some mantas have even been on record asking divers for help removing hooks, so yeah, makes sense this one would have a
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
teaching degree. Anyway, Mr. Ray gives the kids a marine magic carpet ride through the reef. Stop right there. As a kid, it used to drive me crazy that I didn't
Yo, stop making that hey yo. You never depended on a brother, a family member?
know what that was. Years later, I have the answer. Spanish dancer. This Pacific pancake is a nudibranch, aka a type of giant sea slug, and a species known as a Spanish dancer.
I remember always looking at that specific.
Named after the flowing frills of a flamenco performer. It looks a lot like what SpongeBob got caught watching in
Oh, wow. Yeah, it does.
Can. Ironically, sponge is what they eat, and they'll actually steal their toxins for their own use.
That's so crazy.
It's essentially cultural appropriation with poison. They also play for both sides, but unlike clownfish, they're born with both equipment. Now for how they use it, well, sometimes two slugs will donate nativity nectar to each other and head on their way. Some sea slugs have two penile appendages, one for delivering baby batter, and the other to stab their partner through the head to release a substance believed to brainwash the receiver into accepting their love juice while internally rejecting that of a rival. How do Spanish dancers do it? I don't know. I honestly stopped looking because I can only read the words traumatic insemination so many times. Also in the movie, that specific dancer has a name. Canonically, it's Maria. Or I guess Mario. I guess both. So anyway,
wow.
You know how the story goes. Eventually they get to the drop-off, the kids start doing the type of shit that got Harambe packed, and Nemo decides he really wants to live up to his name and gets himself kidnapped. His father tries to save him, but gets flashbanged by a camera. And yeah, that's accurate. A camera flash might not kill a fish, but it's severely disorienting and like a forced factory reset. That's why they say no flash photos in an aquarium.
Oh, that's why they do that? Huh.
One time a tuna mistook a
to be sneaking them anyways, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you.
But no, I would just take the photo, not flash photos. You know you can't do that in certain museums too, because it could leave like everlasting, or it could make cracks in the clothes.
Really?
That over time, yeah, it could like
Cause like
rip
the
off clothes.
radiate.
So like I remember one time a minute ago we went to like a
Courage
field
you with the
trip.
resub. My fault.
You're okay. We went to a field trip to like a Holocaust museum. And like they said no flash photography because it could like if you take a picture of something, it could one day start to erode the clothes or something like that.
Huh.
I don't know how it works, but that's what they told
Because I
me.
guess if thousands of people are taking pictures a day over years and years and years.
It does something to it.
flash for a fish and proceeded to one-shot itself into the glass in front of several children. So I take it back. I guess it could have murked Marlin if it made him split his skull on a piece of coral. A little while after that, we get to Dory. She's a regal blue tang and a species of surgeonfish that gained a lot of clout from the movie. She's also venomous with a caudal spine that extends whenever the fish is stressed, meaning Dory has a built-in prison shiv. Not only can it cause severe pain and deep cuts, you're also liable to catch a nasty bacterial infection. That's why they're called surgeonfish, because they will cut you. Dory would also conceal carry a toxin called ciguatera, and poisoning can lead to migraines,
Dory was like that?
trouble breathing, and hallucinations. So yeah, the beloved Disney character can be a real headache to deal with in real life, although to be fair, I've heard the same said about her voice actor. Not long after that, we meet Bruce, and considering he expeditiously kidnaps and essentially escorts them to an underwater white van, he might just be a predator in every sense. But when we see all three sharks, they swear by vegetarianism. We also see this guy. Remember him, he's gonna be important. Now there actually are vegetarianism. We also see this
What?
guy. Remember him, he's gonna be. Now there actually are vegetarian sharks. More than half of the bonnethead shark's diet is seagrass. And turns out whale sharks eat a massive amount of green. But considering we're talking
Well, I thought whale sharks eat krill though. That's not like vegetarian, is
No, I
it?
thought that's just whales.
No, I thought they eat krill. I thought whale sharks eat krill too. Am I bugging? Maybe I'm bugging.
about a
Krill.
great white, a hammerhead, and a mako, the only thing saving a clownfish and a blue tang is they're technically too small to even be worth the effort. Also, when Jaws cries about never knowing his father, it's because many sharks exhibit multiple paternity, where one litter can have several fathers. Shark Mommy's womb is like a baby batter bouillabaisse, where paternity is like a lottery system. That was really gross. I'm gonna tone it down. But yeah, Bruce has no way of knowing who his father is. But it could be worse. Baby sand tiger sharks will cannibalize their siblings while in
I don't know.
utero, and we know that because one time a
Yeah, this is nasty.
scientist tried to slide his hand inside a pregnant shark's nookie and almost got his finger bit off. Okay, so later on, Marlin and Dory decide to dive into God's blind spot. Now, ignoring the fact that the pressure should have popped their eyes out and
Should have killed
pushed
them.
their organs out of their
Should have killed anyone.
mouths, they nearly get
The deep sea. The deep sea. The pressure is way too hot.
What about those tribal communities that could like dive super low for fish and stuff like that?
They're not diving that low.
sent to a Tupac concert by anglerfish.
It's an anglerfish.
How do you end up like that as one of God's creations?
The thing is, though, it only looks like this because the pressure, like, they look different.
I ain't gonna lie,
underwater.
no amount of pressure could make me look like that.
You already look like this. Wait, open your mouth a little bit. Like, go ahead.
I'm not opening my mouth. You're a grown man asking another grown man to open his mouth a little
Oh,
bit.
wait.
That is
okay.
insane.
You already did.
Now, fun fact, if you watch the credits, that anglerfish lives a warphilic wet dream when it gets swallowed by the little anxiety guppy from earlier. Funny thing is, it'd be the other way around. Anglerfish can distend their jaws and stomach and swallow prey physically bigger than they are. They extend so far that it inspired one man to pleasure himself with a dead anglerfish's
What?
stomach, which promptly sent him to the hospital.
Ew, bro.
Like right. But like,
Come on, man.
conceptually,
Come on, bro.
I feel like I
Come on, bro.
Should have sent him to solitary confinement. That is a hell of a hear me out. The kind that should forfeit your right to human contact. It's not long after that we meet a lot of 90s kids' first introduction to rage bait. If these moonfish were humans in 2025, they'd be kick streamers.
Oh yeah, that was pushing Marlon's buttons, boy.
In real life, fish will use this shoaling strategy to intimidate predators using the hive mind method. On a large scale, it's pretty cool. It makes sharks swimming through them look like an etch-a-sketch. But when predators like tuna gang up on them, it turns the bait ball into a slaughter. Also, just a callback, the reflection of the sunlight off the prey's scales is exactly why a camera flash can make a tuna crash.
Oh yeah,
Out-
I've seen this video uncensored. It was crazy, bro.
This is censored.
Yeah, you don't see the blur.
Reflection of the sunlight off the prey's scales is exactly why a camera flash can make a tuna crash. Out, that is. Now let's talk about Nemo.
Bro, his jaw that jaw was hanging.
Because Buddy would have really become a no one before he ever saw his dad. Let me tell you about osmosis. No. So diffusion just means molecules will move from one area of high concentration to low concentration, and osmosis is that, but for water. Stay with me now.
Okay.
As a saltwater fish, Nemo would normally have a higher concentration of water inside him than outside, so high to low, water would leave him like his mother left the mortal plane. To avoid meeting her, Nemo would have to take in water
Huh? You definitely need some Vaseline. I ain't gonna lie.
while his kidneys work to pump the salt out. But put him in fresh water and the opposite happens. Now the concentration of water would be higher outside Nemo than inside. So high to low, Nemo would get internally waterboarded. So Nemo being flushed in a freshwater sewage plant means he would not make the sequel, as his cells would swell and rupture and he'd get packed up by water poisoning. Also, fun fact, one line in this movie led to the deaths of thousands. You want to guess what it was?
Just keep swimming.
All drains lead.
This is a lionfish. That's a thing.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, happy to help, bro.
Just like that, Disney sent countless amounts of pet fish to the gulag at the hands of dumbass little kids, and if I had fish at the time, I would have been one of them. It also inspired children to set their goldfish free in the wild. Giant Goliath
Oh yeah, and these are
goldfish is
Known.
right?
That can't taste good.
The colorful ones can't taste
I
good.
don't think
Like
so.
I saw a video of someone like taking a surgeon fish and putting it on a pan and frying it. It did not look good, bro.
Yeah, I feel like you put all your stats into looking good and you don't taste good. It's kind of like modern day America.
That was unironically kind of tough.
Come on now.
That was unironically kind of tough.
I be
But
trying-
hey, man, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys liked it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. That's
Just
gonna be it
keep
from us.
swimming.
Tight.